Hello. How are we? I'm really spotty today. It's totes emotion. Just checking in, seeing how everyone is. It's been one of them days today. I always get these waves of just kind of emotion, not my emotion from myself, just like all, for everything that's going on. You know what I mean? Like it'll start off like earlier on, I was thinking, like, what, you know, just floated through my mind for a minute. Like, what am I doing? And then I thought, oh, you know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then I thought, you know, I can't. The moments when you know, I think, oh, you know, I'm on my own or whatever, and then straight away I just bitch slap myself and be like, hold on a second, yeah. How many other people in the world are on their own? First, second, how many other people are in war? How many people don't have any food? How many people don't have any water? How many people don't have any clean sanitation? How many people don't have clothes? How many people don't have shoes? How many people, you know, like the list goes on, and I'm like, what was it? I mean, like, it can't even get the thought goes in for a second about having a pity party, and then it just flies straight back out like, shut up. and then I'm thinking in my head like, oh well, what else? What goes around in here constantly is, how do we fix it? 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 What's the solution? What's the solution? That's just rolling around, whatever it is. So I'm not scared of it. So I'm like looking, you know, things will come up, or I'm watching programs or whatever, and I'm like, right, what is that fundamental problem? And then all the questions spur from that. So, and that's wherever it is, you know, wherever it is in the world. That's just the way that my brain's working. And I can't stop it. It's like it's switched on. So wherever it takes me, if you know what I mean, to find the answer. And that in itself is quite exhausting. But at the same time, it gives me peace. It gives me purpose. I feel like I've got meaning. My life has meaning. So yeah. So yeah, and I just thinking as well about. So I don't really, when I watch programs out, I don't really watch them to just sort of switch off. I switch on, in the sense of, you know, I'm not watching it just for the story. I'm watching it for like, right, well, what can I learn from this? You know, what are they really saying? Like, you know, if it's any program. I had 24 hours in A&E, so then I'm like jotting down the illnesses that have come up, and I'm like, right, so that's the illness, right? So then I'm trying to look up, like, how do we prevent this? What's a healthy, how do we naturally prevent that? And then I'm thinking, God, aren't those doctors great? Everyone's fighting. The thing is, everyone is a warrior right now. We need to just give ourselves big pats on the back just for managing to get to this point, because geez, it's hard, right? But everyone is a warrior. Seriously, every single person right now is an absolute warrior, because this chaos, this madness that's going on, just getting through that. But then more importantly, the internal battle that everyone is going through on a daily basis. Do you know what I mean? That is, you're winning it. You're a warrior. So although it doesn't look like it, may not feel like it, you are. Because it's, these are hard times. They've been hard times. It's long. It's gone on long. But we are still here. We're still fighting. So all of the doctors and nurses and carers and porters and police and all of the FBI. Imagine what these people would do on a daily basis. Right? They got a really hard job. Try and keep the peace. Try and stop, evil. We just not really thought about it collectively, I guess. We're too busy in this rat race to appreciate each other, appreciate the hard work that every single person is doing to fight against evil, if you will, not because evil itself, demons in others, because everyone's got a little good one and a bad one. Psychology tells us so. Whoever controls, that's what you got to watch out for, isn't it? You don't want your demon in control. That fucker will make you do shit you don't want to do. You want your angel in control. Yeah. And also, as I said yesterday, when this is why we need to get control. It's there's 4 that are just fundamental to know about and be mindful of at all times, and that is your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your body. You know what I mean? So if you're focusing, and heart, I suppose it's spirit. You know what I mean? Because also, I was thinking about it. Love is, I think, love in being in love and having love and knowing love and feeling love is so important, because it in the sense of, all I can say is how I feel. It's not in the hope that other people will understand the same. And I know all my spiritual family this, and that is that there is this this unconditional love that you can feel and know if you allow it. It's the knowingness of this force, this universal force that connects us all, and from whatever you want to call it, the ultimate creator, or whatever you want to call it, but it is there. Again, you might not want to believe it, but I'm telling you based on my experience, which is I ask, it's answered. In whatever, I'll ask a question in my mind, and then I'll open a book at a random page, random book, and what I'll read will be an answer to the question I've asked in my mind. And that is constant. That's the flow that I'm in. So I'll switch the channel, and it'll be, yeah, like that. That's more than a coincidence when it is happening every single, constantly, 24 hours a day. Same with numbers. So everything is a sign and a message from the universe. If you choose to open your eyes to it and know that it is. And then when you feel that, and you know that, then you know that the universe has got your back. And you'll start trusting your intuition, your sixth sense, your inner guidance system that has always been there, talking to you. It's just whether or not you listen. Because let's face it, when you meet someone that's not a good idea, but you go there anyway, or you make a decision, it's not, but you'll convince yourself that it is a good decision, and then you regret it after. Like whatever it is. So it's always been there. It's just life has kept us so distracted and busy that we've not listened to it, or chosen to ignore it. And then we wonder why, these things, life isn't how we imagine it or want it to be. It's because we keep not listening to our intuition, like in a guidance system that it's been pointing us in the right direction the entire time, but it's like, no, this way is better. No, that's this little dude here. That's this dude. Because temptation and wrong decisions are going to be put in front of you all the whole. Because life's hard, life's pain, life is a test. Because it is that way, and it is that way for everyone. When we need to just change how we look at it, make it fun, make it so it's a. Don't look at it like it's happening to you. Like, nah, man. If the obstacle comes, now you're in a hurdle race. You know what I'm saying? You're jumping over that fucker. Been practicing your whole life. Because then it's like, what? Pain? Bring it. Oh, more pain? Yay! I love pain. I love problems. Because I actually enjoy it. I enjoy looking for the solution. So the problem is no longer a problem. The problem gets less and less, and the solution gets more and more. Because I'm looking at him like, no, we can fix that straight away. Fix it. You know what it is. It's fine. They make it seem worse than it is, intentionally, to spread this fear and hate and distraction and noise, when it is not what they say, and it is not as bad as they say. They want to make it worse, to mess with people's minds. So it's got a fucking I said it. I think I said it about 8 months ago. I think you've got to imagine. This is what I imagine. Sorry, what I imagine is that I know that every day is going to be a battle, but I'm Muhammad Ali. See what I mean? So in my mind, there's Muhammad Ali on one side, and then don't matter who it is on the other side, does it? Like, I'm winning. I'm Muhammad Ali. And it's not, you know what I mean? It may take 13 rounds or whatever, but you're still gonna fucking win. Maybe beaten and bruised at the end of it, but you're still going to win. I was just listening to this song now. It says it's Rag and Bone Man, human. Yeah, this is exactly that. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We all make bad decisions. And we all do, because we're all the same. And we've all got these little guys. And they're all going to pull us this way and that way. It's discerning what is right and what is wrong. And deep down, our guidance system is always telling us what is right. So we just need to not, there you go, not feel guilty as well if we do slip up, because we know we're going to, because there's going to be constant temptation and constant tests, and that's just life. So just get back up and try again, innit? God loves a trier. God loves a trier. You know, we can't judge each other for these things either. Because it's always, I was watching these crime programs, yeah, because as I said to you, my mum loves the crime drama. Goodness me. Britain's evilest killers. Awesome. So watching that, and it's like, well, what differentiates one of them? The mentality. What is it? What is it that makes them do it? Are they inherently evil, or is it because of something that's happened when they were younger? And then their little demon takes over, and once it's taken over, then the question is, can you get it back? That's the question I don't know. I don't know. Because I think people can do bad things, but you've got to think about, well, what is the circumstances? You know what I mean? Like if somebody, because there's a massive difference, isn't there, between the intent, what is the intention, what is the intention of the person doing the crime? Is it survival? No? Is it under duress? You've got to understand all these things, like how would they, what was their, how were they brought up? What was their family dynamic like? What was their, and this is back to that love as well. This is why love is so important. Like if we don't show each other love and care, because it'll, if you don't get it when you're younger, then you end up searching for it, in the wrong places, in the wrong people. You'll be desperate to have them and to give you attention, and all they need to do is dangle a little carrot, and then you're in, or you think you are, and then because they've shown you a little bit of attention, which you're desperate for because you haven't had it, and then they'll just use and abuse you. So it doesn't fulfill you, it makes you feel worse. See what I'm saying? There is this connection to that sort of, that innate need that we all have to be loved, and if we don't get it, then we fill it with other things that are not good for us. You feel that void that you feel. with alcohol, drugs, you know, pursuing like this money and greed and stuff. If you're just solely chasing money for money, that is a hunger that will never be, you'll never be satisfied, because ultimately a success is that high that you get from a win, from a deal, is temporary, and it will go, and then you'll need more, you need more, you need more, and it's all self-serving, and it ultimately won't fill that void, which really is that you want to be fulfilled, and the only thing that fulfills us is love. You know what I mean? Because when you feel love, everything's easy. You feel invincible. You feel like you can do anything. You feel, and it doesn't matter where you are in the world, only that one person exists, because you feel them. And it's not about chase. It's not even about texting and chasing all the time. You don't even need to do that, because when you there is a love that exists, and I know it because I feel it. Where it's there. Your soul is intertwined with that person, so you feel them. It's an energy. It's a vibration. It's a frequency. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. You don't even need to speak to them, or you can not be in contact with them, and you'll still be in contact with them because you feel them. And again, this is for, if you're in a relationship and either person is cheating, right? Then you're not with the right person, because if you're with the right person, only that person would exist. The love that you have for them would be with you always. So you wouldn't be going out and you wouldn't have eyes for anyone else. You wouldn't even notice anyone else. And frankly, people that then go, obviously there's a difference if you know what I'm saying. Just allow it. If people are in love, then people should leave those people alone, for one, and not try and separate people if they know that person's taken. And but it's more important to know that exists. Firstly and foremost, there is a universal connects us all. We're all connected right now. We're all working together. We all care for each other. This is why we're doing this. This is why we're here. So you should feel it. You should know that we care, because there's so much fucked up shit going on. What about all these refugee camps, like in Syria and Ethiopia and Sudan? They need to know that we care. They need to know that we're not going to sit and watch millions of people suffer like that. Can't. It's not right. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, they need to know that we care. They need to know. And it's not just about giving them temporary tents. It's about fixing the fucking problem. It's about fixing the fundamental problem that is happening. Giving them somewhere safe to live and to be free, so they can rebuild their lives. and to know that they're heard. That's why I don't mind. I look at all the problems. We've just had our head buried in the sand for so long, but now I'm just like, no, can't solve a problem if we don't know about it. We don't all know about it. If we all know about all the problems, then we can fix them so much quicker. Many hands make light work, don't they? So, have all the best brains on all the problems, then would never be no problems. They'll be solved quick. It's not about, oh, we'll keep this information over here and keep this information over. Secrets and lies do not work. We've done that to death, literally. For millennia. Like, come on, we need to try something new now. We need to not be afraid of the problem, for one, because there is nothing to be afraid of, because there is a solution. All of these things, we can't be afraid of it. We can't be afraid. Stop being afraid of things that we don't need. If we know about it, we can fix it. And that applies to everything. I'm watching the Ask a Mortician. I love that girl. What's her name? Caitlin something. Ask a Mortician on YouTube. You see, so people will think that's weird. I think it's funny. Not that death is funny, but we all die. This is the point. But she's highlighting some things that people need to know about, frankly. Because death is this is another thing. They make money. Anything that's motivated by money, you just we've got to be just a bit more aware of these things. Because from some of the videos she's saying, and people pay thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds or dollars or wherever, for funerals. Let's not forget. For fancy caskets and coffins or whatever. Why? It's a money-making machine, and that's making money off someone's death. How awful is that? It's just a point, though. And also, they don't even treat the dead bodies that well either. From the videos that I've been seeing, they let them pile up, they let them rot. Think about these days here. How many? It's the reality of it. People are making money from this. And anyone that's making serious money from this, you need to be questioning what their morality. It's a straight up fact. And there's nothing, as I said, there's nothing wrong with making money. It's what are you doing with it? Is it self-serving? You got to think that way. What are the intentions behind the people with these? Because there's top shit going on here, people. But let me just double check what I wrote on my notes. Oh yeah. So yeah, obviously, as I was saying, when you find there is, and people can say what they want about this, but it's an absolute fact because I'm experiencing it, and so if I can, everyone can. Which is, you can find a love anywhere in the world, and that will heal your soul. And it'll just make everything go away. make all that pain go away. And that's my point. Love is the answer. Because once you've got that, and you're just caring about people, make that money. Let's help each other out. Let's do it. Smash it. Boom. Because when your heart's full, it's like your love cup is overflowing, and it's like a two-way thing. So your love cup is overflowing into the person you love's cup, and their cup is overflowing back into yours, like that. You know what I mean? And then you're just like, whatever, I can do anything right now. You know what I mean? Love, it's like an invincibility drug. That's what it is. Makes you feel amazing. Get it. Get some. Let's have some. Let's find some. Spreading that love. Spreading it. Like that. Magic. Making the magic happen, guys. Oh, and then this is going back to the for the kids. I say kids, you know what I mean? The youngers. Well, I'm only as old as you feel. And my brain's like, I'm kind of looking at everything like fresh eyes. That's what I'm looking at it like. Everything inspires me at the minute. Anyway, going back to this point. Don't just... It's the most... And this is coming, again, from experience, life experience, and now knowledge from watching videos. But just having sex with somebody that doesn't love you is just going to make you feel worse. And you're actually better off holding out for someone that loves you like you love them. It is true. Literally. And if you want to associate it to something, then you can look. I'll put a link into Tantra. But I'll let you read it yourself. I'm not going to go into that. But ultimately, when you have that, the longer you wait, the better. In that respect, actually. So I'll put a link into that. But yeah, ultimately, know that you are loved. There's just a lot of love in the house right about now. Do you know what I mean? And I'll just refuse. I refuse to give up. Refuse. I might feel like it occasionally, but I say it's fleeting. It's like in and then straight back out, kick that shit right out the door. Like, no, not letting that take hold. And also on that, with negative comments and people, whatever, delete. Just get them out. Delete. If someone comments or comment and you think that's gonna upset me, if you read it and upsets you, delete, erase, remove. Don't need that shit. Don't need it. Don't even leave it on there. Also, you shouldn't be bothered about what people put on there. I've completely removed. I'm still on my have accounts, but I haven't been on my Facebook or Instagram or whatever in ages. So I'm too busy just trying to find solutions, because that gives me peace. Like, yes, that you know, it makes me feel good, and you want to do things that make you feel good. So if going on social media and you know, if that makes you feel bad, don't do it. Don't do it. It's nonsense. Live your own life. Don't worry about what other people do with theirs. Who cares? You share a photo, cool. Now just carry on living your life, innit? But spending 8 hours a day on Facebook watching other people live theirs is not living your own, is it? Or being bothered about how many likes or how many comments or whatever. That's just vain. Don't matter. So Yeah. So I'm I've been pondering on refugees and people experiencing war. That's what I'm pondering on right about today. How do we fix that? If we all just believed in each other and believed in the best in each other, and know that just because we've made a bad decision before doesn't mean that that defines us, including those that are currently in or involved in things that aren't great. You can come back from that. You can change your road at any point. It's just a decision. And that's, you know, there's love and forgiveness and belief in the best in each of us, regardless of what we've done before now. And that it is possible to change. It is possible to transform. You know, the sum total of our bad decisions does not define us. What we do now, that decision. Because there's dark in all of us, and if we can appreciate that that is true, which it is, we'll help each other to the light. You're not lost in the darkness. No matter how deep in that well you think you are and that you can't get out, you can. Absolutely can. Just got to believe it. Because we've got each other's backs now. I don't want to go back to the way it was. I just want to go. I just want it. I just want the best of everything for everybody, because we can. Because the answers are there, the solutions are there, the people are there, the brains are there, the technology is there. So it just seems nonsensical to not. So no matter where you are, salute you, because every single person is a warrior. They're fighting a battle we don't even know. So we fight on. Love you. Virtual hugs, you know. I was going to bring down my game of Taboo and play that, but then I thought, a bit one-sided. But I'll put some funnies in. Feeling like we need some funnies today. Yeah. Love you. It's going to be just fine.